When I first started my entrepreneurial journey, I used to think that to have a successful business, you need to have this extreme, constant effort to have late nights, 16-hour work days, or just have this number one out of the world business idea that's gonna just change the world. The reality is, after these 3 years of building up my business to almost $140,000 per month, that was my highest month last year, is it all actually just comes down to small, consistent efforts that compound over time. It's what we call it the 1% rule. Just improving every aspect of yourself and in your business 1% every day. And if you do that for 365 days, it compounds to 37 times improvement. And I really like this idea, and it definitely helps women in business specifically, because I think this toxic hustle culture is completely outdated. We're seeing so many more women that are getting into starting their businesses, women in leadership roles, becoming president. So just the idea of like constantly waking up every day at 4 a.m., doing the cold plunges and all these extreme like hustle and no hustle, if you don't hustle, no success, is really not serving us. It's not healthy. I really believe that there is a healthy and holistic approach to navigate business and success as a woman. And I think it all starts with building small, tiny habits that compound over time. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 12 tiny habits that really helped me scale my business to $100,000 per month. The first important habit is to create more than you consume. Broke people are just scrolling, binge watching, and consuming every single day. People who are wealthy are creating value. They're producing. According to Atomic Habits, 67% of billionaires watch less than 1 hour of TV a day because they're too busy creating value. So instead of spending hours scrolling through TikTok, create content that attracts opportunities to you. Instead of watching Netflix, watch something that teaches you a skill. And instead of passively consuming Instagram and social media, use it to build your brand or business. Rich people don't just watch trends, they create them. And your income will always be a reflection of how much you contribute, not how much you consume. Second habit is your environment is either gonna make you rich or gonna keep you stuck. There's a study done that being around high-performing individuals can boost your performance by 15%. But when you're around negative people, it lowers your performance by 30%, which means that negative energy is actually more contagious. That's why I stopped hanging around people who are always complaining, they don't take action, or they drain my energy. So ask yourself, are the people in your life helping you grow, or are they keeping you comfortable? If you want to elevate, you need to start distancing yourself from anyone that isn't going to level up. If you think of like when you put a bunch of fruits in a bowl and one starts molding, you quickly realize over time, if you don't do anything, you don't take that fruit away, it's gonna eventually manifest and create mold for all the other fruits. And the same goes with the top 5 people that you spend your time with. We all know that quote, right? You are the average of the 5 people you're around. So if the 5 people that you spend most time with are not getting to the goals that you want to be, you have to start creating boundaries and distancing yourself with them and start trying to find better connections that are getting you closer to your goals. The third habit that I really stick to is that I stopped wasting energy on things that drain me. Most people aren't struggling with a lack of time, they're struggling with a lack of energy. Energy drainers are like gossip, scrolling, negative conversations, toxic habits that just drain you. I got rid of gossip from my life. I unfollowed accounts that didn't inspire me, and I removed alcohol because it slowed me down. And I stopped engaging in pointless drama. If something isn't giving you energy, it's taking it away from you. And this is where it's most important. You need more mental clarity. And the more mental clarity you have, the more focused you can be, and the more energy you have to create more. Remember habit one, rich people create. And how can you create if you are surrounded by things that are going to drain you from that? I kind of have this really strict ritual with myself that I give myself like 3 days alone for myself, like 3 full days. And in those 3 days, I reflect, I journal, I just collect and be back in my energy. And this is when I'm the most creative. When I'm in that period of time where I just don't have a lot of things going on, like I don't have a strict schedule and like, okay, 3 p.m. I need to meet Stacy and then for a coffee and then a Friday night I need to go to a party. When I give myself less things in my schedule, that's when I have these moments where I have all this creativity to make new videos, to create new strategies for my business. It's all about preserving and protecting your energy. The fourth habit is what you eat affects your income. You cannot make high performance decisions on low quality fuel. So I stopped eating processed foods and sugar in the morning, and I switched to a high protein breakfast packed with nutrients. And within weeks, my focus lasted longer and my energy was stable. I became so productive throughout the day because I didn't have those random crashes from like having like coffee and sugar, you know what I mean? So if you ever feel sluggish, start by looking at what you're putting inside your body. What you eat directly affects your ability to make money. The fifth habit is the fastest way to increase your income is to learn a new skill every single day. Most people stop learning after school and wonder why their income stays the same for years. Every day I ask myself, what is one skill I can improve today that will make me more money? If you're in sales, learn persuasion and negotiation. If you're a content creator, improve your editing or your branding. If you're in tech, learn a new programming language. Your level of income will always match your level of skill. If you aren't making the money you want, it's because you haven't developed the skills that deserve it. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens with a plan. If you don't have a plan, you will always be lost. That's why I journal. Journaling isn't just about writing thoughts. It's about creating the life you want with clarity. I break mine into 4 parts. Monthly planning, where I set my big goal, my top 3 priorities, and what I need to let go of. In the weekly plan, I structure my work based on my menstrual cycle to optimize my energy and productivity. I start every morning with gratitude, where I list 3 things I'm thankful for, and at night, I write 3 simple tasks that I need to do first thing in the morning to move me toward my bigger goal. Journaling is so underrated. Every time I have a client or student ask me like, Celine, how do you stay on top of your goals? Because it's so easy nowadays to just get distracted by so many things happening. It's all about writing, constantly writing what you need to do. And I like to do it always the night before, because in the morning, you know, you're already getting emails, you're already getting messages, and then you're already like on the go. Whereas yesterday, for example, I literally spent 1 whole hour just writing what I need to get done today. And this morning, I was just like on the go. I was ready because I knew exactly what I needed to do. So don't underestimate journaling. Can really, just having this one habit of journaling every night before your next day is going to help you stay focused and achieve the goals that you want to do for the day. Let's talk about creativity. It doesn't happen when you're super busy. It happens when you give yourself space to think. Why do you think we all get the best ideas when we're in the shower, or when we are cleaning, or when we're going for a run? My most creative times is right after my morning run. After my run, I block out 90 minutes of uninterrupted deep work where I shut off my notifications and my phone. And that's when I script all my content, I brainstorm new ideas for my business, and I build. So you have to prioritize your creativity because no one else will. Let's talk about automating your finances. When it comes to saving money, or worse yet, investing money, we always put that at the very end of our list. Warren Buffett would always say, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. I automated putting $1,000 every month into my investment account before spending anything else. You gotta set up automatic transfers to make investing effortless. So what I do is I set up my account with Interactive Brokers. It is a investing stockbroker account where you can actually set a notification or set some type of setting up where you can directly set automatic transfers. So from my bank account, I just always send $1,000 on the first day of every month to my investment account, and then I put that money into the S&P 500. And that has really changed everything, because there are days where I just want to splurge. I just want to spend my money. But if you pay yourself first and you just dedicate that money that you're not going to touch, it's just going to go straight into your investing account, and it is automated, there's no way you will set yourself up for failure, and you will already get so much closer to building up your wealth because you have this automated system where you don't like use that money and you're just going to splurge it on a new designer handbag the next month. If you've always wanted to start investing but you don't know how or where to start, I recorded a free training for you, and it's in the link of the description below. So if you want to check that out, it's a 15-minute video where I will show you how I invest and how I was actually able to make $5,000 in 5 minutes of my time. And this was a very unique strategy that I've built up over the course of these 4 years of investing in the stock market and actually getting into day trading. It was a strategy that I wanted to develop where I'm no longer using my time. And I've built up this more passive way to build up my income. So if that's something that you want to check out, click the link in the description below. Now, saving adds money. If you want to multiply your money, you got to learn how to invest it. If you invest $1,000 per month into a low-cost index fund with a 10% return every year, in 10 years, you'll have over $200,000. And in 30 years, you'll have over $2 million. Meaning that if you just save it, you'll only have $360,000. Inflation eats away cash, but your investments grow. If your goals aren't specific, you'll never achieve them. So saying that I want to make more money is not going to get you to make more money. Instead, you have to be very specific with your goal. Instead, you should say, I want to make $10,000 per month by landing 5 clients in 60 days and invest $1,000 in the stock market every month. The clearer you are, the easier it is to take action. If you say yes to everything, you're saying no to your own success. There's this yes trap, which is the psychological tendency to accept invitations and opportunities that we don't actually want. When I was building my business, I didn't go to a single party for 6 months. I asked myself, are these people in the club actually where I want to be? And the answer was no. High achievers use their weekends differently. They train, they create, they build. Every time you say yes to something meaningless, you're saying no to your own goals. So you got to learn to be very selfish with your time and, most importantly, your energy. And the more selfish you are with that and the better you are at setting boundaries, that's when you are prioritizing yourself and you're putting your goals in front of everyone else. The last habit is overthinking is just a fancy way of procrastinating. The more you hesitate, the more opportunities you miss. Perfectionism is the biggest killer of success. So limit your options. Too many options lead to decision paralysis. And the best way to do that is to trust your gut. It already knows what you should be doing. Take more action and learn to just make decisions faster. Trust me on this. Like, I would say the reason why I was able to scale my business to $100,000 per month in just 2 years of doing my business at 25 years old is because I've mastered the skill of making fast decisions. When it comes to hiring someone, I don't even think more than 1 minute. I just trust my gut feeling. And most of the time it's right. And honestly, even as a girl, your gut feeling is extremely powerful. Like, your intuition is next level. Guys don't even have as good of an ability to trust their intuition. We just have this next level thing where we don't really need all the cards of logic and reasons in front of us. We just have that feeling. So learn to listen to that gut feeling and that intuition. Tap into that, and I tell you, I promise you, you're gonna be able to make faster decisions that way. And those are the 12 tiny habits that I have learned to adopt and build up my successful business. If you wanna get closer to wealth, it's not just about hustling and putting your precious time into making money. Because when you're not there, if you're sick, if you're going on holidays, your money's not making money for you. You got to make your money work for itself. So the only way you're going to do that is by owning assets. Assets are any type of leverage that is going to make money for you when you're not there. So owning a website where you're selling digital products, owning a business, investing in stocks, crypto, real estate, like these things make money by itself without you having to be physically there. And that is the eighth wonder of the world, as Albert Einstein always says, compound interest. Learn how compound interest works and you will be guaranteed wealthy. If you are at a stage where you want to start to learn how to invest and build these assets that will grow wealth for you over time, I've created a free training in 15 minutes where I show you how I've made $5,000 in just 5 minutes. And that's something that was a really, really cool thing that I thought would bring a lot of value and a lot of women can learn a lot from. So if you want to check that out, I put the link in the description below. And until next time, I hope you found this video super valuable. Let me know in the comments which habit you really want to try this year. And until then, I'll see you next time.